again is a late review. The film itself in other territories has been released for a couple of months now, but it was only released here in the UK on the 12th of January, so I finally managed to squeeze it in yesterday morning. La La Land. It's a romantic comedy drama and stars both Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. Ryan Gosling, he plays a musician who has a huge passion for jazz and he wants to open his own jazz-themed bar. And Emma Stone plays an aspiring actress. She really wants to make it in the acting world within Hollywood. So the film explores how chasing your dreams and falling in love can also bring complications to a relationship and life. And people, with unrealistic dreams who kind of just put it all on the line for those dreams. And, this being quite a nice, beautiful love story. Emma Stone's performance was really, really good in this film. And I mean really, really good. And I found her to be quite funny as well. I think she did a good job in bringing across this comedic side of the character. Same goes for Gosling. A very solid performance, and he impressed me in not just the singing and the dancing, which by the way is very, very good, but playing the piano. Ryan Gosling playing the piano in this film was very, very impressive. If anything, very inspiring as well. Because that's something that I've always wanted to do. Well, I used to play the piano. I haven't played it in years, but I want to pick it back up again. And watching this and seeing him play that piano the way he did really sort of inspired me to pick it up again. But yeah, there were moments where I did chuckle, and this is a comedy, so I mean it did its job there, and it does have humour throughout. And I think both actors, when it came to the humour aspect, they did a really good job. There were these little quirks, these little things that they would do with their characters, and it was nothing in your face, it was nothing obvious, but they were quite subtle but still noticeable, and they really did make me chuckle. Now, I loved the music in this film, I really did. I thought it was beautiful, and this is a musical and the story is told through music. And I thought it was very grand and elegant in parts, mainly with the orchestra pieces. There were a few scenes which had a lot of orchestra playing, and I thought it was very beautiful, very grand and very elegant, and I really liked it. The film also looks beautiful. By filming in CinemaScope and on film, not digital, I felt that added a lot of warmth and character to the overall look and feel of the film. I just loved the colour palette for me, which was like a sort of like a sun-drenched sort of palette tone, and I just really liked that sort of bright tone. They were very sort of vivid and bright, and like I said, really sort of sun-drenched, and I just liked the overall look of the film. It sort of matched that sort of. It looked like something from the 50s, the era of film, in a way. Which sort of leads me into the next criticism, which I also felt like, there didn't seem to be a set period or era in which this film was set. Not sure if that's just me, but let me know below. But there seemed to be a mix of periods within this film, and it confused me a little bit. It was like it was like being in the 50s, the 60s, the 40s, or even the current times. And the actual look of the movie, I felt, was a mix of all of them. And it was very well done. But I felt like there was no sort of set look when it came to the era. I'm not sure if that's just me, but that's how I felt. I also felt like it captured the tone of, the 50s era of film and musicals very, very well. The story has a lot of heart, and for me, had a lot of deep messages aimed towards people who want to chase their dreams. Be it whatever it is, really, you want to be in life. Chasing your dreams may not always be easy, and you may not, make it. And, you have to settle for something else that just pays. But then life may not necessarily come without its hurt, problems, or heartache, even if you do achieve those dreams. And in a way, sacrifices have always got to be made and may not be all that perfect as you dreamt or imagined it would be. And I feel, this film, the story came across to me in that way, and I could relate to it. And in a way, chasing those dreams and achieving those dreams, it can be cruel, and that cruelty can actually undermine those dreams. Now, I've got to mention it, but the opening pre-credits sequence was amazing, and I loved it. It's a great musical number, and it was very well choreographed. I was very impressed, and I loved how the entire sequence, right from the start, played out. I thought it was very clever and very smart and very well done. There's also a beautiful dance which involves a lot of imagination. It's a moment that goes a little bit out there, which is based at the Griffith Observatory, I think it is. I think that's what it's called. Both characters basically float to the stars. They dance among the stars, and you've got this beautiful, elegant musical number accompanying the scene, and they just dance through the stars. Even I can't even speak, sorry, but it's all orchestra. There's no singing, it's just orchestra, and I loved it. It was very elegant and sweeping and epic, and it was probably my favourite musical number from the entire movie. My favourite scene, which the story was told through with music. That was probably my favourite moment, and it's a part that had no vocals, but it was just beautiful orchestra, and I loved it. It's a film that made me very happy. It made me feel really positive about life, in fact, and it was a beautiful looking film with a beautiful soundtrack, which, by the way, was composed and orchestrated by a Justin Hurwitz. I think that's how you say his surname, and he also did the score for Whiplash. The film it's full of warmth and character, and it's a very pleasurable as well as magical experience. Now, when it comes to musicals, I am a little bit picky. Don't get me wrong, there's quite a few musicals out there that I really like, both on screen and off. But I'm very picky. In a way, you could say I'm not someone who really goes looking for a musical, whether it be on the screen or on the stage, unless it really stands out to me and I can connect to it. And La La Land succeeds at doing just that for me. I could connect to it. One thing the movie really made me think was, if you've really got a passion and you really want it, you really want to achieve that dream or that passion, go for it. But be aware, there may be obstacles on the way. It's a movie, it's a story that will stay with you long after you've seen it. It was a very magical experience, a very pleasurable experience, an emotional one, a moving one, and it was a pleasure to watch. It was a beautiful film, and I really, really liked it. And as I previously said, when it comes to musicals, I'd heard a lot of good things about La La Land, but there was always a risk with me that I may not have liked it. As I said, I am very picky with musicals, but I connected to the story, and I liked the music. The music told the story very, very well. I did really, really like La La Land, and I highly recommend it, and I'll be giving it an A+. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I find it funny that our American friends get a pretty crappy first couple of months of the year when it comes to film, more so in January. Yet most of those releases that America gets first in November and December, like Silence and La La Land, they're not actually released in the UK until January. So January for us Brits ain't always that bad, I've noticed. And, well, not for the last couple of years anyway. I just found that kind of funny. Like, I mean, usually, you know, January is known to be a bad month for film, but for us, for the last couple of years in the UK, we've had a lot of those really good movies that have come out earlier in other territories, like November and December, but they are not released here until January, and we tend to get a good couple of months. Like, so yeah. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see, please hit subscribe and follow me on my journey.